morning students. In last class we have completed the photoelectric effect observation, that is effect of the intensity, effect of the frequency and effect of the potential difference. Today we will see laws of the photoelectric effect. Depending upon the observation we have made some laws. These are called laws of photoelectric effect. This is 5 mark very important question, that is laws of photoelectric effect. Sometimes it is also called experimental observation of photoelectric effect. Now look at the graph. From this graph what we conclude, along the x-axis we are plotting the frequency, along the y-axis we are plotting the kinetic energy. Here if you look at the graph clearly, initially for the small frequencies there is no photoelectric effect is observed. There is some minimum frequency, there is certain frequencies that exist. That frequency is called threshold frequency. Therefore, above the threshold frequency there is photoelectric effect is observed. If frequency of the radiation is less than the threshold frequency, then there is no photoelectric effect is observed. Therefore, our incident frequency must be equal to or greater than the threshold frequency. For example, you take for certain material threshold frequency is 100 Hz. If you are incidenting the frequencies less than the 100 Hz, then the photoelectric effect does not take place. If you are applying the frequency is equal to 100 Hz or greater than the 100 Hz, then only the photoelectric effect is observed. Now, what is the first observation or first law? For a given metal, there exists a minimum frequency of incident radiation called threshold frequency, below which photoelectric effect does not observe. Therefore, our frequency must be greater than the threshold frequency. This is the first observation. Now again look at the graph. From this graph, what will you conclude? If frequencies keep on increasing, the kinetic energy of the emitted electron is increasing. Now look at here. I am going along x-axis. Again, the kinetic energy is also increasing. If you are decreasing the frequency, kinetic energy of the emitted electron is decreasing. This is because if you are incidenting the more frequency radiation, then energy of the radiation will be more. When more energetic light is falling on the metal will absorb high energy. Therefore, the emitted electron is having more kinetic energy. Therefore, if you keep on increasing the frequency, kinetic energy is also increasing. Therefore, finally what we conclude? The kinetic energy of the emitted electron is directly proportional to frequency of the radiation. Therefore, what is the second observation? For a given metal and the frequency above the threshold frequency, the kinetic energy of the emitted electron is directly proportional to the frequency and it varies or it is increasing linearly with the frequency. Now look at this graph. Here this graph is observed when for nu1 frequency. For nu1 frequency I am getting stopping potential VO1. For nu2 frequency I am getting stopping potential VO2. If you look at the graph, VO2 is more compared to VO1. VO2 value is more and VO1 is less. Here frequency nu2 is more compared to nu1. Therefore, from this what we conclude? If we increase the frequency from nu1 to nu2, the stopping potential is also increases from VO1 to VO2. Therefore, the stopping potential for the given metal is directly proportional to frequency of the radiation. Therefore, finally, the second observation is for a given metal and the frequency, that is above the threshold frequency, the kinetic energy of the emitted electrons and the stopping potential is increased linearly with the frequency. Therefore, kinetic energy and the stopping potential is depending upon frequency, but it is independent of the intensity. Look at here. Intensity is same, but stopping potential is changing. Therefore, it is independent of the intensity. Stopping potential, kinetic energy is mainly depending upon frequency of the radiation. Now, third observation. Look at this graph. From this graph, along the x-axis, I am plotting the intensity of the radiation. Along y-axis, I am observing the photocurrent. From this graph, what will we conclude? It is a almost straight line. Therefore, if we keep on increasing the intensity of the radiation, the photocurrent is also increasing. If we keep on decreasing the intensity of the radiation, then photocurrent is also decreasing. Therefore, the photocurrent is directly proportional to intensity of the radiation. For example, if you consider 60 watt bulb, then by using 60 watt bulb, when the radiation is falling on the material, the photoelectrons emitted will be less. Therefore, the photocurrent is observed is also less. If you consider again 100 watt bulb, then the more brightness or more intense light is falling on the metal. Therefore, large number of electrons are emitted from the metal. Therefore, we are observing the more photocurrent. The main photocurrent is depending upon how much electrons are emitted. Therefore, if you increase the intensity, more number of electrons are emitted. Therefore, we are observing the more photocurrent. Now, what is the third observation? For a given metal and the frequency. The frequency must be always greater than the threshold frequency. Then the photocurrent is directly proportional to the intensity of the radiation. The photocurrent is independent of the frequency. It is depending upon intensity. This is the third observation. Now, the fourth observation is photoelectric effect is an instantaneous process. Means instantaneous process means whenever the light is falling on the metal, immediately the electrons are coming out of the metal surface. There is no time lag. There is no time spent to come out the electrons. Whenever the light is falling, automatically the electrons are coming out within the nanosecond. These are the some observation of the photoelectric effect, or these are called laws of the photoelectric effect. This question may be asked 5 marks in the annual examination.